There's nothing quite like stepping out into your own garden and seeing it bursting with life, is there? The vibrant colors, the intoxicating scents, the gentle hum of bees. It truly is a tonic for the soul. But I know, sometimes our gardens don't always live up to the dreams we have for them. In this video, we're going to unlock the secrets to a thriving garden, bursting with healthy, happy plants. Ready to turn your home garden into a green paradise? Let's get growing! Now, before we even think about sowing a seed or planting a seedling, we need to talk about the very foundation of your garden, the soil. You see, it's not just dirt down there. It's a living, breathing ecosystem, teeming with all sorts of microscopic life that are crucial to the health of your plants. Just like we need a good, nutritious diet to thrive, your plants need healthy soil that's rich in nutrients. The first step is to get to know your soil type. Is it clay-heavy, sandy, or somewhere in between? A simple hand test can tell you a lot, or you can pick up a soil testing kit from your local garden center. Once you know what you're working with, you can start to improve it. Adding organic matter, like compost or well-rotted manure, is like giving your soil a superfood boost. It improves its structure, its ability to hold on to moisture, and provides a slow release of vital nutrients. Trust me, your plants will thank you for it. Now, another thing to consider is the pH level of your soil. Most plants prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil, but some, like blueberries and rhododendrons, actually thrive in more acidic conditions. Now let's talk about mulch, a gardener's secret weapon. I always say a good layer of mulch is like a warm blanket for your soil. It helps to suppress those pesky weeds that are forever trying to muscle in on your precious plants. But it's not just about weed control. Mulch plays a vital role in conserving moisture in the soil, which is especially important during those hot, dry summer months. Think of it as a protective layer that prevents the sun from baking your soil dry. And by keeping the soil temperature more consistent, mulch also helps to protect plant roots from extreme temperature fluctuations. I tend to favor organic mulches, like well-rotted garden compost or bark chippings, as these not only suppress weeds and retain moisture, but they also break down gradually, adding valuable nutrients to the soil. Just remember to apply a generous layer, around 2 to 3 inches deep, and top it up regularly. Now, let's shed some light on the matter, quite literally. Light, or rather the amount of sunlight your garden receives, is another crucial factor in the success of your plants. Just like us, different plants have different light requirements. Some plants bask in the full blaze of the sun, while others prefer a more dappled shade. Before you even start planting, take the time to observe your garden throughout the day. How many hours of direct sunlight does each area receive? You might be surprised by the variations. Sun worshippers, like tomatoes, peppers, and most herbs, need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight a day to thrive. Shade-loving plants, on the other hand, like hostas, ferns, and many woodland wildflowers, actually prefer a bit of protection from the harsh midday sun. Remember, getting the light levels right is like giving your plants the right amount of food. It's essential for their growth and well-being. Now let's move on to the lifeblood of your garden, water. It might seem obvious, but knowing when and how to water your plants is crucial. Overwatering can be just as detrimental as underwatering, leading to root rot and other problems. So what's the secret to watering wisely? Well, deep, infrequent watering is the key. Instead of giving your plants a quick sprinkle every day, aim to water them deeply and less often. This encourages their roots to grow deeper into the soil, making them stronger and more resilient to drought conditions. Early morning is generally the best time to water, as it gives the plants a chance to absorb the moisture before the heat of the day sets in. And when you do water, water deeply, ensuring the water reaches right down to the roots. A good way to tell if your plants need watering is to stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time for a good soak. Now let's talk about a fascinating aspect of gardening that I find truly captivating: companion planting. It's the idea that certain plants, when grown together, can actually benefit each other in a myriad of ways. Think of it as creating harmonious plant partnerships that mimic the natural world. For centuries, gardeners have observed how some plants seem to thrive when grown in close proximity to others. Take, for instance, the classic combination of tomatoes and basil. Not only do these two Mediterranean favorites look stunning together in the garden, but they also have a synergistic relationship. Basil, with its pungent aroma, is said to deter certain pests that can plague tomato plants, while also improving their flavor. Another well-known pairing is the three sisters corn, beans, and squash. This ancient Native American planting method sees the three crops supporting each other in a beautiful symbiotic relationship. Companion planting is a fascinating subject with endless possibilities for experimentation. Well, there you have it. A handful of my top tips for transforming your garden from meh to wow. Remember, gardening is a journey, not a race. It's about experimenting, learning, and finding joy in the process. All right, here's that bonus tip. Start small, dream big. It's okay to begin with a couple of beds or even container gardening. If you found these tips helpful, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more garden inspiration. Happy gardening!